Hi, my name is Tymur. I am a game designer from Team Total, a team of 4 passionate gamers and developers with big ambitions. Today I want to present to you the game we are working on, Oblivio Mortis. What is Oblivio Mortis? It is a world where humanity has triumphed over death. Your goal is to return them to the natural order of things, by killing them of course. All of this is packed into an isometric 3D action adventure with exploration of semi-open locations and arena combat. We develop a game for PC and console and target hardcore and midcore audience, though the game is non-gore and can be rated PG-13. In general, we create a game we want to play. And now, let's see the game in action. As you can see, the game has an isometric camera view, although our camera perspective is closer to Death Door and Tunic, our two main inspirations. This gives our game a more unique look and sets us apart from generic 3D isometric games. While our FTC is inspired by isometric titles, our main mechanic is combat, and it is inspired by Doom 2016. We are aiming for more fast and ranged combat, which sets us apart from both isometric action games like Death Door and Tunic, as well as Doom, when you go into the details. And since combat is the main mechanic, let's go into those details. In a nutshell, you have a gun with super limited ammo. And in order to get ammo, you have to attack enemies in melee. You not fully restore your ammo, but you also get an effect for your bullets based on the enemy you attack. It can be AoE bullets, double bullets, knockback bullets, and more. Finally, you can chain all those bullet effects using one of the abilities, Bullet Ricochet. This ability consumes soul fuel, one of the resources important to the game narrative. As the bullet ricochets, it will grab all the enemies and surface effects and deliver a devastating blow to the last enemy in the chain. And while the specifics may change during production, these examples are part of our main combat philosophy. Player must make fast tactical decisions, keeping in mind their arsenal and enemies they face. But your arsenal is not a boring radial gun menu, it is an arena and enemies themselves. And to support our combat, we plan to create a fairly standard but always functioning meta loop. You will enter the location, explore it, fight robots, solve ricochet and platforming puzzles, find upgrades and unique NPCs, earn some money and buy more upgrades at the hub. Now, let's talk about USPs in more detail. I already made a deep dive in our combat mechanics, so there is no need in going into that again. I also mentioned the unique look of our game before, and here I want to add that we try to find our own style, not only in gameplay systems, but also in art and narrative. You can see some examples on the slide. In addition to that, while exploration of semi-open maps is not particularly a USP for an action adventure, we believe that with our world building, level design, ricochetability, and interactions with the environment, we can achieve a unique experience. Now let's talk briefly about the team behind the game. I will start and pass it later to my amazing teammates. My name is Tymur Ushkalo, and at Total I fulfill the role of game and level designer and project manager. And that is what I was working on most of the time during the camp. I wrote a bunch of documentation pages, created a demo level from blockout to final visuals using art prepared by our artist. Balanced almost all numbers in the game, including combat. Also, I worked on the narrative and presented the game to public. With that being said, I want to pass the mic to Vladyslav, the concept artist.
Hello everyone, my name is Vlad, I'm concept artist on our team. My task was to visualize all our ideas and create a unique and memorable atmosphere. In a nutshell, our world is a bleak future where humanity transfers its souls into robotic bodies to live forever. But not everything is as sweet as it seems. The game's atmosphere is dark and heavy, blending brutal architecture with little hints of high tech. It's a restrained style with maximum functionality. The main character is also shrouded in mystery, a messenger of death with intimidating appearance and a touch of style. Players will uncover his story by overcoming all the trials together with him. If I were to describe the game's art briefly, simple but effective. All of this comes together with gameplay, and I hope it provides an unforgettable experience. Next, I am passing the word to Denis.
Hi all, I'm Denis, 3D artist of our team, and I was responsible for bringing concepts of our skilled 2D artist Vlad to life in our game without losing its vibe. My job included modeling, texturing, rigging and animating our main character, 3 enemies and a dozen of interactable objects. Also, I modeled and textured all assets for our environment and created tileable materials for some of them. I was also responsible for importing all of this to Unity and setting up prefabs for our game designer so that he could easily use them for creating environment for our demo. For all of that, I was using Blender, Substance Painter and ZBrush. After that, together with our programmer Vlad, we created atmospheric lighting for our scenes, and now I will pass the mic to him so he can tell you about his work.
Hello, I'm Vladyslav, the Unity developer who has transformed our ideas and art into a real gaming experience. I started by creating an exciting combat system, covering everything from quick movements to intense shooting and slashing. Of course, to support our combat, we needed enemies. I created few of them and implemented behavior trees, allowing each enemy to be unique and flexible. To keep players engaged between battles, we introduced devices. I made setuping it easy for our game designer with a scriptable objects event system, enabling complex scenarios without any line of code. For flexibility, we adopted a data-driven approach. Most game parameters are stored in scriptable objects, which allows us to fine-tune things directly in editor's play mode. To make the game visually appealing, I combined Unity's VFX graph, particle systems, decals and custom shaders to create many visual effects that truly bring the game to life. And as a bonus, I crafted a few unique sounds and composed the soundtrack, enhancing the overall atmosphere of our game. With these technical insights, let's now return to Tymur.
Thank you, Vlad. And let's dive into the purpose of the project and future plans. Our main goal for the camp was to create a game prototype we can put in our portfolios and have a lot of fun in the process. While we achieved that, during development we grew as a team and decided to continue work on the game and ship it. You can see our roadmap on the right side of the slide, and thanks to the camp we just finished the gameplay vertical slice. Now we focus on visual style and gameplay systems and plan to ship the game in 2 years. That is all we have to share with you for now, and thank you for your attention and have a great demo day.